Welcome back to Morning Joe. Jeffrey, you brought some charts with you this morning, but also you brought some fascinating information about the hidden history of the budget. Tell us about it.
Well, we have these cuts coming on March 1, and there's a lot of hysteria about them, but the point is they've been cooked in the books for years. This whole decline of discretionary spending was part of the first Obama budget. It's part of the second one. It's part of the 2012 plan. Now that it's actually happening, there's a lot of screaming about it. I don't think these
Wait. So if you look at this chart, actually the president's plan in 2009 actually had cuts going even lower than the cuts that we'll have if the sequester goes through.
Yeah, this is a chart showing the level of discretionary spending measured as a share of national income.
Right.
And the president already said back in 2009 that that discretionary budget as a share of national income would go down sharply. I don't think that's the right policy, but that was the policy. The reason it was the policy is the president wanted to campaign on making permanent almost all of the Bush-era tax cuts. If you do that, you can't afford discretionary spending if also you don't solve some of the other problems. So the point is that the cuts that we're having have been a little bit preordained. It's not a matter of suddenly waking up and seeing this terrible thing.
Right.
We haven't had the kind of leadership to get us out of this mess for years.
And you look at the chart, the president's been planning this for 4 years. So do you agree with those that say the sequester is a bad thing, like Tom Coburn, for instance, but given the choice of cutting 2%, 2.5% of the budget, or doing nothing, it's better to cut 2.5% of the budget this year?
Well, you know, I didn't agree with the deal made on New Year's Day to make permanent tax cuts that we couldn't afford. Once you decided to do that, then you gave up $4 trillion of revenues, and then you don't have money to spend on things we need. Big surprise.
All right.
So we made decisions that didn't make sense.
Dr. Jeffrey Sachs, thanks. We'll be right back.
Thank you, Jeff.